Welcome back to Epic Stuma. Today we are gonna set the brakes of the Adventure 390. I've done so far 4,000 odd kilometers. Probably I think it should be around 5,000, and I have already got my brake pads replaced at 3,000 kilometers. Now and again the symptoms have started reoccurring, and I don't feel that much of the bite which my brakes used to give before. And right now the front brakes are running on the sintered pads. So let me just take them out and see how the wear and where the limitation stands. So, and you have uh, Allen key kind of a setup here. This is prior to that you will have a kind of circular lock behind which you'll have to pull it out. So on this is a lock there. And once that's done, you can easily pull the pads out, unscrew the bolt completely out, this comes out completely, and now it's time to pull the brake pads outside. So here's my both of them are out. So as you can see here, the pads are worn out. I think hardly there's another of thickness left, and this is not gonna help me out. A lot many scoring marks, and there is a bit of dust accumulations here too. So I don't think these brake pads will help me out in giving a better braking, and it's time to replace these brake pads too. And I think the calipers are good, and I don't see any scoring marks on the disc plates here. Looks to be okay. There are scoring marks, but these are not so hard enough, and you can't even feel the scoring marks here. Fine. I have also bought a couple of regular organic brake pads which I'll be mounting it back into this. And so these are my sintered brake pads which reads the brand Brembo on it, and these two read the brand's Brembo on it. So well, now let's mount these back and have the calipers bled properly so that there's good amount of pinch in the brakes. So one goes in safe. Now goes the second disc pad, which goes smooth as butter inside. All set. Now let me just rotate the wheel and try giving it a small braking pump. Looks fine now. And once you're done mounting them, just make sure that you find both the disc pads right in place. I think you can see here onto this middle is your disc plate, on the either side of it is your disc pad. Also make sure that you have the spin right in place. So this is a vital check once you have done the replacements, and that's all about it. Hope the new disc pads are clear here. Let's now look at what sintered brake pads are and how they're different from the regular organic ones. So onto my right is the organic rear disc pads of the KTM 390, and these are the front disc pads of the Adventure 390. So as you can see, look wise there is a bit of difference where you can see that these look kind of glossy, and this is not how the sintered disc pad would look when you are looking at a new disc pad. And this is because of the losing which has occurred over a period of time due to frequent braking and the material being subjected to heat. And these are the new disc pads. As you can see, these are very thick, and when it comes to cost, the sintered pads would be quite expensive and these would be much cheaper. And when it comes to pros and cons, the sintered ones will have better braking efficiencies and would perform well in wet and rainy conditions also. And this can tolerate high heat conditions also. That is like you're frequently braking in, and the material does withstand such heat. And that's about this. These are slightly squeaky, and I would not say that it gives you a noisy brake feel and all. These are the organic ones, and these would cost roughly around one third of what the centered would be costing you. So these are not that heat resistant and it's very high in this, and you cannot expect that much of performance when it comes to wet condition here. So these are about your centered as well as your organic brake pads. And next time when you are about to make a choice, please choose. I would suggest you choose centered against your organic ones based on your use case conditions. That's it for now. Hit subscribe and